Okay, boys. Let's see what I have here. Another trout, huh? Woo. Another trout. Oh, another redfish. A little baby redfish. I'll be hang on. Huh. Well, we're not after redfish. And this is probably not even a legal redfish. I think here in Louisiana, I think the redfish have to be 16 inches. But when you're trout fishing, you catch a lot of redfish. Now, most everyone that trout fishes uses shrimp. Shrimp is the #1 way on a popping cork. It's the #1 way to catch a trout. You just put it on a 3 or 4 foot leader on a plain hook, pop the cork along just whenever you want, and the trout eat the shrimp. I mean, that's as simple as that. But, you know, when you think about it, I mean, that's an easy way to catch them, and it's pretty productive. But lure fishing is more of a challenge, and it's fun to lure fish. I just don't fish shrimp. But, you know, I'm catching plenty of fish today, about a dozen or so fish, and what the heck? Don't use shrimp, just a jig.
This segment is brought to you by Duracell Marine and RV Batteries. Start stronger, troll longer. Duracell, a name you can trust. Bass Pro Shops presents Fishing with Roland Martin. Brought to you by Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, designed by fishermen for fishermen. Timbuktu, Fisher's Choice, real bait ready when you are. And by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Closed caption provided by Spro Lures.
I can put some garlic, some spray on the tail. Regular spiket spray. Now I'll just hold it over the boat like this, and I'll just spray a little bit of the tail like that. Just one little quick deal. Now watch this in the water. That makes it a whole different ball game. That chartreuse tail has a real accent to it. You can really see it. It really stands out. Oh, there's one. Yes, sir, son. Cold weather trout. Cold front. Here we are. Catching them right and left. Nice trout. You know, I mean, shrimp are a fine way to fish. Don't get me wrong. Shrimp are great ways to fish. Oh, that's a nice trout. These aren't the big gator trout that I was thinking about. Oh, excuse me. You know, here in Louisiana, there's some seriously big 6 and 7 pound trout. These are only like 15, 16 inch trout, but they're really, really nice eating sized fish. And look at that chartreuse tail. I just put that chartreuse on that tail. I took that little swim bait, put a little chartreuse on that tail, and he hammered it. Hey, okay. You know, the amazing thing about the east side of this delta was that they were worried that the oil spill was going to come in on this side, but it didn't. I mean, a very small amount did, but it didn't get back in the marsh. That was the main thing. And so they contained it with big booms, and they had a good cleanup effort, and it was just, this is pristine as can be. There's not a drop of oil anywhere in sight, and it's just a neat deal.
Sure, the BP oil spill caused some slowdown of business, but for the Woodlands Plantation, the top-rated restaurant and lodging facility in all of Plaquemines, they had a great season. I talked to Foster Capel, the Woodlands Plantation owner. Folks, I love this place. This is the Woodlands Plantation, the finest restaurant lodging facility in all of Plaquemines Parish. And we're with the owner, Foster Capel. Foster, it's great being here again.
Good to see you again. Thanks for coming back to see us. We appreciate it.
I was a little concerned since the oil spill. Yeah. What's happened?
Well, it slowed down a little bit last year after the spill. A lot of people were worried about the fishing and about the seafood, but it hasn't hurt us at all. We had a lot of biologists come down and birding people to make sure that our resources were still doing fine, that our wetlands were not being too badly impacted by the oil spill, and I don't think it was really. The fishing's been great this year. The shrimp have been, you know, not quite as abundant as last year, but I'm not sure why that is. We'll find out in time, but the fishing's still great. The seafood's wonderful. The oysters are as good as they've ever been.
And your business is up.
My business is up again, yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Well, folks, speckled trout fishing on a cold front, it was an experience. I put together a good pattern, found that little bit clearer water, got some area with a little bit warmer water. Hey, we caught fish. The water's gotten a little dingy now, but you have to admit, Plaquemines Parish is a wonderful destination. Plenty of fish of all types. The trout fishing, even on a cold front, was good. So it's getting late in the day. I'm gonna call it a day. And so we'll see you again next week.
He's a great American fisherman, he'll fish anywhere. Anywhere there's water, Lord knows he'll be there. He's just like a gypsy, mighty hard to hold. The great American fisherman got fishing in his soul. He fished Tow and Okeechobee, Kissimmee and Rodman Hole, Georgia's Lake Lanier, West Point and Seminole, Center Hill and Dale Hollow, good fishing in the fall. Martin and Eufaula, he gon' fish 'em all. Kentucky Lake and Barkley, Sardis, Ross, Burnett, Toledo Bend, Rayburn and Conroe he won't forget. He loved Lake of the Ozark, he loved Table Rock, bull shows on the White River, he ain't gonna never stop.